And we're rolling. All right. So, going again for another training, so you get a video lesson. Yay. So today we're going to cover the exterior angle theorem. Yesterday we covered the triangle sum theorem. Reminder: triangle sum theorem states all the angles in any triangle always add up to 180 degrees. Today, with the exterior angle theorem, really it takes you back to chapter 1. We're going to be analyzing this relationship, bottom right corner. Reminder that forms a linear pair. All linear pairs add up to 180 degrees, and we're going to use that relationship to help us solve for pieces of a triangle. All right, so exterior angle theorem states that the measure for angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B. Seems kind of right now. When we get into some examples, it'll make a little more sense. Let's go ahead and get to the next page. From yesterday, we're going to do the couple problems that we skipped. So problem 2. You can go a couple different ways about this. If you realize, hey, this forms a linear pair right here on this line, you take 180 minus 155, and you know that that would be 25 degrees right here. Then you could apply the triangle sum theorem to find the missing angle value. However, with today's information, exterior angle theorem, what we're going to do is create an equation to solve for the question mark given the information we have. So x plus 55 equals 155. Solve the one-step equation, so x equals 100. And since we did solve for an angle, make sure you put your degree mark in your final answer. Question 6. So once again, the two non-adjacent angles equal 10x plus 14. So our equation is going to be 42 plus 7x minus 4, and that equals 10x plus 14. The equations get a little longer, but process still the same. Combine like terms, simplify where you can, isolate the variable, solve for x. So here 42 minus 4 is going to take us to 38. 38 plus 7x equals 10x plus 14. I'm going to go ahead and do the next two steps in one. I'm going to subtract 7x from both sides, and I'm also going to subtract 14 from both sides. What that's going to do is move the variables on one side and then the constants on the other side of that equal sign. And what I'm left with will be 24 equals 3x. Divide each side by 3, and x is equal to 8. Now, make sure you read directions up in the left corner over here, right above question 4. It does say we're only solving for x, so the problem is done. Don't put a degree mark there because we are just solving for x. All right, and final question, question 7. Now this time it says find the measure of angle A. For us, if you look at this question, there is no angle A. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase angle E, and I'm just going to change that to be angle A for us. So set up our equation, and that's going to be 11x plus 6 plus 65 is equal to 29x minus 1. Same process, go ahead and combine like terms, get your variable isolated. So 11x plus 71 is equal to 29x minus 1. Next step, I'm going to do two steps in one. I'm going to add the 1 and subtract 11x from both sides. Left with 72 is equal to 18x, with my final answer being 4, x equals 4. Now, we're halfway done. If you ended here, you wouldn't get all full credit for the question. We need to plug this x value in and evaluate for the measure of angle A. So the measure of angle A is equal to 11 times 4 plus 6, which is 44 plus 6. So the measure of angle A is equal to 50 degrees. All right, some quick things to point out. When you're finishing your worksheet today, make sure that the angle measure or the angle relationship is a linear pair. If it's a vertical angle, you're going to have to set up a little bit different situation. Let me go ahead and pull up what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't think the screen recording works like that. So I'll just draw it right here. If you run in, so question 13, once again, I'll use this empty space right above question 8. Question 13 will look as such. Here's a condensed drawing of it where it has your angle measures and then it has 133 degrees right here. Well, the 133 degrees is technically not a linear pair relationship. It's a vertical angle relationship. So this would be 133 degrees and it changes things up. So what we need to do is find the measure of this angle to then do the exterior angle theorem. And this missing measurement, just take 180 and subtract 133. So that is 47. So use this 47 degrees as your measurement to set equal to, and it'll make your problem a little more friendly. Take a peek. It should be 13, 14, and 18 that happens to. The rest of them are just fine as they are. If you do have questions, take a look at my answer key or send me an email and I'll get back to you. All right. Have a great rest of your day.